Amelia and her friends love to go ghost hunting. Ever since she was younger, she was fascinated by stuff like that. So sometimes her and her friends would get together and decide to go ghost hunting, and sometimes they would go to abandoned buildings and just places that they thought were supposedly haunted. Well, it was Halloween, and they decided that they were going to go to a cemetery that they had heard stories about. So her friend Samantha, her friend Chris, and her friend that had just come back into town for about a week decided to go ghost hunting at this cemetery. So they decide that they're going to do it right on Halloween night, and it's going to be in the morning at 3 o'clock. So the time comes, and Amelia has a YouTube channel where she she posts about the places they go. So she takes her camera that she normally uses and everything she needs, and her friends go to the cemetery. And there's a couple of stories at this cemetery. One was that there's a little girl that sometimes you will see walking around her grave. And then one is of supposedly a man looking for his head at this cemetery because he was buried without his head. So there's a lot of stories at the cemetery, so she's excited. So they get there, and at first, nothing interesting really happens. But then as it goes on, Amelia on the camera starts to notice that they can't hear somebody talking. But when she plays the footage back, she can hear somebody talking. And it tells her that her and her friends need to get out of the cemetery before something bad happens. And her and her friends hear it back, and they're in shock because they don't hear nothing without the camera. So her friends are thinking Amelia's just playing a prank on them. And she's telling them, like, no, guys, I didn't do this. And she's like, we should probably go because I don't like this, is what she tells them. They still think she's joking. She's just pulling a Halloween prank on them. So they tell her, they're like, let's just stay a little bit longer. And she's feeling uneasy, but she tells them, she's like, okay. So as it goes on, they start to notice that even though it's not daylight, they start seeing this light in a distance. And Amelia's friend Samantha ask them, she's like, where's that coming from? And they don't know. So Amelia's still feeling uneasy, tells them they should go. They want to see where the light's coming from, though. So they decide to walk closer to where they're seeing this bright light. Well, as they start walking closer, they notice a little girl holding the hand of a headless man. And all of them take off running. And the next day, they start talking about what they seen. And Amelia plays back her footage. Well, she can hear the voice telling her to leave. She never got on the camera, she never picked up, though, what her and her friends say. So her friends want to go back. Amelia is uneasy. She agrees, though. So they decide to pick the next night after Halloween. So they go around the same time, same thing, all the equipment they had the night before. And Amelia is just, she's telling them, like, I feel uneasy. I don't really think this is a good idea. She, though, goes against her better judgment. So the same thing, they see a bright light again. Her friends start walking to it. And she tells them, no, I don't think we should walk to it this time. They tell her, though, they're like, if you want to stay behind, it's okay. So she stays behind. She does not want to go. Well, she sees her friends walk. But after so far, she can't see him, but she hears them scream. So after she hears them scream, she goes to see what had happened. She can't find her friends. She looks and she looks for them in the cemetery, but still can't find them. She finds the car keys, though, laying on the ground. So she's freaked out. She leaves. She's calling them, and she finds their phones on the ground. So she goes and reports her friends missing, hoping that she will find them. She goes back to the cemetery, and she never sees anything, never even sees that bright light again. And her friends were never found. And still to this day, she wonders what happened. Like, why were they screaming? And why were their phones and stuff found? And after that, she never goes back to that cemetery.